Hi, my friends. How are you? I hope you are wonderful. And I really mean that. I want to know, how are you? And are you liking this series, The Pain and Pitfalls of Falling in Love with Today? Dun, dun, dun. Leo, it is center stage time for you. So today we are going to talk about the pain and the pitfalls of being madly in love with a Leo. It is exhilarating and it is challenging. And so, just to remind you, this is not the virtuous video of Leos. This is the shadow side. This is where the claws will come out. And I'm going to talk to you about it. I'm going to give you 10 reasons why loving a Leo is lonely business at times. The bright blaze of the scorching sorrows of the lion's heart. This, you have entered the Shakespearean world of drama. Yes, in this video. So we're going to have fun. I hope you'll laugh with me. I hope you won't think that I'm too evil. You have my other videos too. You have my other videos. So you can go find out my 10 seduction techniques on how to seduce a Leo and get them to love you and never want to leave you. I do have that video, so I hope you'll check it out. But falling in love with a Leo is not for the faint of heart. You have to be a very secure and confident person, because that's all Leos will even be attracted to. All the others, they will eat them for lunch like a little appetizer, but falling in love with Leo is like stepping into the center of the hot and molten lava of the sun. It's radiant, it's intoxicating, and it is impossible to ignore your Leo lover. So I'm going to tell you, the warmth is going to draw you in, and it is going to illuminate every single dark corner of your life. Yes, until they're going to have you basking in their dazzling light, and their light is dazzling. So let me tell you, if you are a Leo sun, moon, or rising, I'm talking to you. Or if you're involved with somebody who has their big three in Leo, I'm also talking to you. I'm also talking to you. This isn't just sexual love. If this is your child, good to know what their love tendencies and their love language is all about, and the shadow side of their love language. It can be torturous. So if you're raising one of these little creatures, you want to know exactly what you're doing with the alchemy, right? Like a little bit of this and a little bit of that, right? Also, if this is one of your parents, it's really good for you to understand, why was your mother like that? I thought she was a narcissist. No, she's not. She just has a Leo moon. So this is going to be really, really good for you to understand the Leos in your life. And I also want to tell you, take me on a walk with you, take me on a long drive. You don't need to even look at your charts to enjoy this video. We are keeping it simple, but I want you to remember that I don't do sun sign astrology. I really don't. I can see over 40,000 different things in your chart. And if you spend enough time on my videos on my channel, you'll be able to do that too. So I teach deeper astrology, and remember that it's not just about the sun sign or the rising sign. You have to combine and synthesize to find the true and total story. So this is sort of the unhealthy, underdeveloped, immature side of Leos, and we're going to have fun talking all about it. And I'm going to give you 10 reasons why it's kind of painful to be involved with a Leo, but the warmth will draw you in. Yes, it will. But it can also burn with such intensity that it will scorch you, leaving indelible marks on your soul. Yes, forever. This is going to be a memorable love. And I'm going to tell you, it's not for the faint of heart. Oh, I also need to tell you, this is my unedited bloopers and all series. There is no editor on these videos. So you get to enjoy all my mistakes and all my little fumbles. So be loving and be kind. Mm. Cheers to my sparkling water. I am eating keto and fasting. Yes, I'm trying to get really healthy and get my skin and hair and my body just really well managed. I'm doing it for 30 days, intermittent fasting and keto. Has anybody done that? I am on day 3. Wow. I'll let you know how it goes. Number 1, Leos have a blinding razzle dazzle brilliance about them. They shine so brightly that their presence will probably eclipse yours. You have to be okay with it. Are you okay with that? Are you involved with the Leo? Have you been involved with an unhealthy Leo, a Leo rising, Leo moon, Leo Venus, Leo Mars, Leo Mercury? Or anybody who has a jam-packed fifth house will also act very Leo-like. So if you have your sun and Venus in the fifth house, you probably act like a Leo. It doesn't even matter if you have Cancer there. It doesn't matter the sign. But I just want to tell you, you have to be okay with feeling or being eclipsed. That's why they need you to be confident. They need you to hold yourself up when they're not propping you up. You might find yourself even lost in their radiance, and their light is just flickering, right? Flickering in the shadow of their own charisma. They're charismatic, and loving them is going to mean you have to embrace the risk of not being seen, of being overlooked, even as you stand beside their throne. Yep. You will be, it'll be like, oh, it's so nice to meet you. Oh, yeah. And you too. Oh, it's so nice to meet you. Yeah, that can be infuriating, right? So, are you okay with that? You have to really ask yourself, can you stand next to the queen? Can you stand next to the king? Can you stand happily next to royalty? Now, that doesn't mean you're a peasant. It just might mean that while they're there, you're not the royalty, unless you're another Leo too. Or a Sagittarius. I've always said this. There's only two royal signs in the zodiac, two signs that are royalty. One is Sagittarius, the other is Leo. So if you're a Sag, you can probably do this quite well. Even Geminis can do this quite well. I think Libras love this. Yeah, a lot of signs can deal with this, but you know, not everybody likes the feeling. So the second one is that giant pride of theirs. The roar of the pride is serious. They don't just have pride, they have a full marching band and parade dedicated to it. Yes. And it is complete with a percussion section, a brass section, and confetti cannons. Yes, it is. And it doesn't, Leos don't want anything less than that. So wound their ego, even if it's an accident. Maybe you forgot, to like their latest video or selfie, or you didn't put a comment, you didn't do a birthday wish publicly. You didn't fly the happy birthday over their house, right? You will watch an operatic performance of woundedness go down in the history books. You will see. And they will do it with dignity. Leos are like the opera. It's like dignified wounding, right? It's wounding with pride. Yes. I told you, this is a Shakespearean tragedy that you have just entered. So Leos can transform a casual little tiny oversight on your part, I'm so sorry, into that very Shakespearean tragedy by breakfast. And then you could have a triumphant comeback by lunchtime if you do it right. remember, this pride is not a feature. This is not just a characteristic of their personality. No, this is a lifestyle, people. This is a lifestyle. So tread carefully, for you are dancing in the den of the dramatic monarch, and you need to bear witness to all of this. So number 3, we're already on number 3. Okay. This is a deep need for adoration. Adoration, adulation, appreciation, affirmation. Just memorize all those big, fat, giant A words. Yes. Adore, admire, affirm. Yes. The Leo's appetite for attention is a bottomless cup. There is no bottom in this cup. And it is like a cosmic black hole where the compliments are sucked in, and still somehow, they want one more. Skip the, oh, you look stunning today. And suddenly you are going to be accused of cold, distant, possibly involved in a conspiracy with their arch nemesis. I remember I had this Virgo boyfriend. I've talked about him a couple of times, and I got all dressed up. I think I talk about this in my other Leo or Virgo video. I can't remember. I literally got all dressed up. I wore my best chiffon red dress. I mean, this was quite a few years ago. And I was as best as I could be. Okay, 1 to 10, I was my personal 10. I could not have had better hair, makeup, just everything, right? I just put out all the stops because we were going to a really beautiful restaurant. I squeezed my sore feet into high heels and I came down the stairs, and my Virgo boyfriend acted like blasé, like no big deal. Ready? Are you ready? Okay. You got your keys, you got everything. Are you ready? And I was like, excuse me, I just spent 2.5 hours getting ready. And I go, well, do you like my dress? Got to fish for the compliment if you don't get it. And he goes, yeah, you look fine. I was appalled. I was like, fine. Okay. And then, so I'm appealing to his Virgo and I go, fine. Okay. I'm thinking to myself, I am never going to try again. Like, why bother trying? And I go, okay, fine is like a 5, like 1 to 10, 5, fine is 5. Like that's a 5. Like, am I a 5 right now? Am I a 5? Really worried that I might be a 5. And he goes, no, God, no, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that at all. I go, oh, okay. Well, then maybe you want to use a different adjective than fine. Like, yeah, you're fine. And he goes, oh no. Now he's trying to recover, right? I meant fine as in diamonds, like fine diamonds. I was like, oh, this is bullshit. Okay. I was so offended. God, I was so offended. Anyways, this was a long time ago. I just remember that. I was like, oh my God, the recovery sucked. It did not work. Anyways, I'm telling you, you skip one, you look stunning, today. And yeah, it does not go well. The Leos need validation. You know, they they need validation from the external world. And that is until they get healthy, until they really know their own worth. Think of the Leo like your iPhone. They need charging, right? My iPhone has been it's only on 13%. It needs charging. Your Leos need charging. And if you don't charge them, it's not that they go quiet. It's that they ring louder and they become more dramatic, and their notifications go off, bing, until they get it. So if you're not prepared to offer a standing ovation every morning, loving a Leo might leave you feeling like you are, a one person audience at a Broadway show and the show never ends. Leos want to be the center stage in your life. Like imagine like if they got a new haircut, right? And in the afternoon and you didn't notice it. You didn't compliment their haircut. Let's just say they might say something sort of backhanded, something that reminds you to like their new haircut, like something like, oh, I suppose I'm invisible and I'm just like in the background, or an extra in your movie. Maybe I'm just like the wallpaper now. And then you start seeing them fishing for their needs to get met. Yeah, this is kind of high maintenance. Okay. The undeveloped Leo is high maintenance, highly immature, but they will reveal their needs and they'll start asking their friends. So, what do you think about my haircut? What do you think about my hair color? Yeah, my partner didn't say anything about it. What do you think? What do you think? Bob, what do you think about my hair? What do you think about my hair? Do you like my hair? Do you like my hair? And they'll start polling for compliments just to get the compliments. And you're going to start to feel like they're giving you subtle reminders about the importance of appreciating them, just in case you missed the memo, right? This is not Cancer. They are not hiding their needs or their feelings. Their needs and feelings are shown. This is center stage syndrome. Yeah. And I'll just tell you, Leos don't just enter a room, they make an entrance. Boom, let the party start, right? And they make dramatic pauses and they have an imaginary spotlight. And if you ever hoped for, or if you need a quiet life of just subtlety, that it's not Leo. With a Leo, like every dinner is a banquet, and every errand is a royal procession. And I'm sharing the limelight if you add value. If you add value. And again, this is sort of the shadow side to Leos, but they really like a stagehand. They like grips. They like a costume changer. And if you're supportive, start practicing your supportive nod, like, yes, 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 yes. Now, you really shouldn't be subservient, because Leo's actually, their aphrodisiac is confidence. Hmm. And they do like trophies. They like awards. So be an award, be a trophy, be something that is like, nobody else can have. Be extraordinarily special in your own way. Anyways, that's a different video, and you got to go watch my seduction techniques. I also, if you really want to understand like the vulnerability inside of Leo getting like way more serious, you should really watch my Leo rising video. It's one of the best videos I've ever done. I almost cry in that video. I almost cry. I moved to tears. It's a really deep, deep, profound video. And anyways, let's keep going. So the next sort of painful part of being involved with a Leo is they have a super warm generosity with their heart, but their love is conditional. And I will just say, like, Leos give gifts, they they love giving gifts, but sometimes you feel like when they haven't developed their authentic self, that they're always auditioning for like a reality TV show, Extreme Affection, the Lux Edition, expect from them even spontaneous bouquets and even love notes and declarations written in the sand, at least, maybe even in a group chat. Like, they don't mind showing off their love, but beware, the generosity is not actually a bottomless well. There are unspoken rules, and you need to know those unspoken rules. Like, do not offend them. Do not be average. Do not assume that they are average. They are a royal treasure in your life. Do not forget. Your life is good because of them. They probably say that to you, right? It's annoying. It is so annoying. But I just want to say, like, their affection is like, it's like the Wi-Fi in your house. It's the strongest when you are close and paying very serious attention to it. And if you are, I don't know, average, boring, if you are frumpy dumpy, if you are not interested in them, into them, if you are not adoring them, they get bored. They will get bored with you, and you will start to see that they will go wherever the attention is. Leos, before they're really, really developed and before they're really, really healthy, they learn, especially at a young age. So if you have primary planets in Leo, they learn at a young age to chase the adoration, to go where the doors open, and on the other side of the door there is an audience. And they do that until they get so tired of playing a role that they just want to remove the mask, and they want to instead come from their authentic self, even if it's not as attractive, not as funny, not as beautiful, not as accolade deserving. So a lot of times Leos never even develop out of this need, but I know a lot of Leos that are just so authentic and so deep and so deeply real, that they genuinely move you without even trying. That's when you know you're involved with a healthy Leo, is if they can genuinely move you without putting on a show, right? When it's not about me, me, and me, when Leo can turn the spotlight now onto you and promote you and you and you and you and teach you how to get the glory that you deserve. Now, that's a different video. That's the virtuous video. If you want the virtuous video, please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel and please leave a comment that you want the virtuous video. By the way, I have to tell you something a little bit sad. There is 60% of you. Now, you can see I have more than 114,000 subscribers, and there's 60% more than that watch my videos that don't subscribe. Wah, wah. It hurts my feelings. My feelings feel that. And I just really would like to ask you to please today, if you're not subscribed, subscribe me. Otherwise, I'm going to get lost in the Alice in Wonderland rabbit hole and you're never going to find me. And I'm going to poof out there into the cosmic black hole. And I want you to have me. I want to have you. So if you would please subscribe and like and share this video with anybody who needs to hear this, all about this Leo madness. No, you're not losing your mind. If you're involved with a Leo and you are exhausted, this is a normal state. Yes. Let's talk about fixed fire. So this is the fire sign that is fixed. You know that the elements are fixed, right? So, or mutable or cardinal. So Sagittarius is mutable fire and Aries is cardinal. This is fixed fire. So when a Leo makes up their mind, they chisel the answer of whatever the question is into stone tablets. And they will not budge. They are fixed, like Taurus, okay? Like Scorpio, like Aquarius. And debating with them is like, you might as well, do you just invite the lion to arm wrestle with you? Yeah, your paw against your hand against their paw. Yeah, good luck. It's going to be dramatic. Wow. It's going to be exhausting. It's going to be dangerous. Yeah, they are barn burners. They will burn your barn. Yes. And they'll say, I'm not stubborn. I'm principled. I'm not stubborn. I'm right. They are royalty. They actually are royalty and they think they're royalty and they think they're royalty until they become royalty. But the true royalty inside of them is not the performance and it's not the drama and it's not just getting their way. They want their way all the time. It's when they don't need any of that and they just come from that golden Leo heart. Okay, again, different video. I digress. I'm sorry. You guys are getting the rambling, unedited version of me. I hope you're okay with it. No graphics, no intro, no outro, no frills, nothing. Just me. These are like my old videos that I did for Facebook. Yeah. Let me just see. I took a few notes here because I didn't want to lose myself too much. Leos need to be always right. And if you thrive on compromise and like a little for you, a little for me, you might feel yourself negotiating with somebody who just gets more and more and more and more determined to have their way. And, you know, they're only going to lose if you give them some confession that feels like a win. Remember that I said that. Rewind and listen to that again. That is the only way you can get a Leo to relinquish and give you your way. They have to feel like they were dealt a win in order to lose. Yeah. Yeah. Put that into your head. Put that into your head. I think Libras can really do that well. And I think all the other signs might really struggle with that. Maybe Aquarius could deal with that, could do that. Mm-hmm. So Leos are unwavering in their convictions. They are stubborn like concrete once their minds are made up. And their disagreements can really turn into wars. They can turn into battle. They are the sun. They're ruled by the sun, the life force energy of all living things. And they don't like yielding. They feel like they are the creator. They're the creator. Okay, if you live with a Leo, do you feel like their life force energy creates the ambiance and creates the mission and the goals inside your relationship? If not, are you an Aries or a Sagittarius? What are you? Tell me if you're involved with an obnoxious Leo or a healthy Leo. So when Leo is in its shadow side, it goes obnoxious. It doesn't go as angry as it goes just gaudy and obnoxious and too needs too much attention. So anyways, I just want to tell you, they have a big need to be right. They have a big need to lead. They are leaders. They are the CEO, CFO, CPO, but they want to be obeyed. They are the boss's boss. Mm-hmm. They are the boss's boss. Yep. They are the executive. They are the Yeah. Um, but these roles, these archetypes can really wear thins when you're supposed to be inside a partnership. Whoa. And it can really like run down the heart, right? So they have this secret soft underbelly, but I'll tell you, it's the wounds that hide behind the mane of pride. And I'll just tell you, they have a lot of show stopping confidence and they have a lot of regality and posturing, right? They peacock. Leos, are the best at fake it till you make it. They really are. So if you have Leo in your chart, yeah, and you got picked you're the understudy for a Broadway show and you don't have all the lines memorized and the first performer is out sick and you got to go on tonight, baby. Yeah, let's hope it's a Leo because Leos will shine and they will not fail. And they have a confidence and they can fake it until they make it because they learned from like 0 minutes old how to posture. And that's what I'm saying is when they can stop posturing is when they're healthy. But Leos possess a really tender, like marshmallowy teddy bear center. And they guard this with this ferocity, with this ferocity of a lion sort of protecting its cubs, but it's protecting itself. And I'll just tell you, like, an unhealthy Leo is chasing followers, chasing likes, and it is exhausting. And so you're going to be the camera person in their like if you're involved and they're an influencer, you're just the cameraman or woman. But um they have kind of, I don't know, what do you call it? You call it like low you call it like low key, or they pretend, I forget the slang, but it's like where I pretending to be humble but I'm not, they're too glam to give a damn, right? And so they sort of are hoping for like a flood of affirmation, a flood of likes, a flood of emojis, but they act like they don't, right? And they don't beg at all. But I'm actually begging you. Yeah, I'm begging you to like my video and become a subscriber if you're one of the 60% that isn't. Anyways, Leos sort of strut, they sort of strut through life like they invented their life. Like, yeah, they got the confidence, they got the swag. But all it takes is the tiniest, slightest comment, like, you look tired. What? I look tired? Tired? And you can spiral them into like an existential crisis. And then finally, I mean, they're just going to be like machine gun. Like, why do I look tired? Am I losing my sparkle? What do I need an eye lift? Should I get my Botox? Like, what's going on? I did my red light therapy. Oh, maybe I need to get maybe I need to get my chin lift today. What's going on? What happened? Like if you point out a typo in their social media post, it's like they're gonna give you a tragic sonnet about a betrayal, and like what why did you point that out publicly? Why didn't you tell me that privately? Why did you lambast me in front of everybody? They cannot handle it. No, 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 no. Do not fail to notice their new shoes or their haircut, and I'm just telling you, pay attention to the details with your Leos. And their softness isn't always obvious, especially to the people that they really love, that they're intimate with. Sometimes they can tell a stranger more about like what's deep inside than they even can their loved ones, because they don't want their loved ones to lose faith in them, because their loved ones' appreciation of them is the fuel that usually keeps them going. But they have a bravado, they have this mane that they wear, their hair is very important to them. And they also have sort of, they can like wag their tail with a flick of sass. So I'll just tell you, once their softness is revealed, it is so endearing, but it's dangerous too. because they don't really want you to see their vulnerability. They don't really want you to. So they put it back up. They put the mask back on. I would also say, don't forget their birthdays. And this is the day they were born, right? This is the day the earth stopped, when they were born. And so they even count down their birthday like early, and they usually celebrate a birthday month. So maybe you want to buy a bunch of gifts and give them, it's your birthday month. Like, I got you something for every week, right? And I will just tell you that they would love like public declarations. Now, if you are a Leo and you don't feel like this, you're probably healthy, but you might have Cancer in your chart, or you might have Scorpio in your chart, right? So you got to listen to all the signs. So again, we don't do sun sign astrology, but and if you want to learn deeper astrology, you can go to shopsoulnavigation.com, go check out all my master classes, my workshops, and you can also go check out all of my reports. I have a Souls Design report that is so, so good, and it will take a deeper look at your whole entire chart. You could also get your natal gorgeous chart. It is so gorgeous, and you could start really learning the deeper astrology. There's over 40,000 different things that are in a chart. So I want you to know that this is just one thing. Leos need you to apologize first. And this is so highly annoying. And the apologies must be sincere, kind of grand, maybe creative, but most of all, heartfelt. And bonus points if you deliver your apology with some sort of gift, flowers, poetry, or maybe a flash mob that you orchestrated. They love that. Say sorry in a big way. Say sorry with a new car. Mm-hmm. Leos are deeply afraid of being washed up, being irrelevant, unimportant, and rejected. Not just rejected by you, but rejected by the masses, rejected by like a group, rejected by society, being canceled, you know. So their bravado is a mask that hides the truer vulnerability and insecurities that they rarely, rarely reveal. And if you hurt them, the pain will be monumental inside the Leo, and their pride will not let you see it. No. So somehow you have to creep into their soul to get them to reveal the actual pain for you. Let's talk about the next painful pitfall of like why falling madly in love with a Leo can be hard. Well, first of all, they make you feel like the most important thing in the world, but they are so jealous. Jealousy is just enormous with Leos, because Leos, like lions, are, well, the female lions, not the males, but they're loyal and they're possessive, and you are in their their tribe, their pride, their clan, their group, their family, and their love can smother you. So a glance or a laugh or a flirtation with another person, no, 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 no. No, you're with me. You love me. Remember, you love me. Remember, it's me and you. Yeah, yeah. No, no, you laughed. You laughed at their jokes more than you laughed at mine. My jokes were funnier. No, you complimented their outfit more than you complimented my outfit's better, right? Like, you have to show loyalty frequently. So don't like somebody more than you like them. No, nope, 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 nope. They're number one. And you can really ruffle their lion's mane. Yeah. So if you want to see their insecurity, you want to see the wrath of their insecurity, enjoy somebody else more than you enjoy them. If they're up in a play and you're in an audience and they're the actress in the play, and you say, yeah, you were really good, but that other person kind of stole the show. Oh my God, that is the death of you. Uh-huh. And they might disguise their jealousy as protectiveness, as loyalty, you know, as something other than what it really is. So I want to tell you that the jealousy is not just, you know, for fun. It's not just for right now. Oh, I was bad. I got jealous last night. No, 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 no. It is an entire soundtrack to their life. Yes, they have a jealousy. And a Leo that is not jealous is truly developed, highly, highly developed and healthy. And you should give your non-jealous Leo a hug. Yes. Or they're interested in someone else and they don't want you to know. Yes. Because it's very rare to have a Leo or somebody who has a lot of Leo in their chart not be jealous. Now, really healthy, there are very healthy Leos out there. I know a lot of them, and they don't have a lick of jealousy in them. And that's because they've worked on it, or they have a lot of other things in their chart that just doesn't have them attached to that jealousy rage. But I'll just tell you, this is because they want to be the sun in which your world orbits around. They don't want to be sidelined to anyone, even briefly. They won't even do things that would get them sidelined. So if they don't know how to sing, they're not going to karaoke. And they want to do activities in which they can shine in. So I just want you to know they're on to you. Like if you suddenly are like stepping out for fresh air, right? They want to know why you're doing that and why didn't you invite me? So then when they see you out there chit-chatting, flirting with somebody who you're sharing fresh air with, oh my God, life's over. Life's over. Leos can walk away. Leos can walk away. So somehow you're going to have, I'll tell you, one of the ways that you can really get your Leo back is make them laugh. Make them laugh. They love a great entertainer. They love if their partner is funny. They absolutely love that. You know, they have a jealous streak though. If the dog in the house likes you better than them, they don't like that. They don't like that. So don't enjoy somebody out loud too much more than you enjoy them. If you're sitting there scrolling through your phone and you're laughing, oh, you're so endeared. They're going to be like, "What are you laughing at? What is so funny? What's so funny? Who's texting you? What is that?" Right? Yeah. So like if the barista gives you a heart in your coffee and gives it to you, huh? Have you been here before? Have you been here before? Right? Yeah. And it's not quite as sinister as Scorpio because they kind of reveal it all to you. They kind of reveal like their insecurity is so outward. It's got such a dramatic flair that you can see through it. You're not confused. This is not the Cancer video. Did you guys watch the Cancer video? By the way, I think you should watch all of the whole series, no matter what sign you are, because you do have all 12 signs inside of your chart. And wherever you have Leo energy, if you're not healthy, this is where this can manifest in your own life. So Leos, like Aries and like Sagittarius, they can be too much, too big, too me, too all about me, too over the top, too brash, too brazen, too gaudy, too loud, too big of hair, too big of a limelight, need too much that way. And they can suck all the energy out of the room, right? So they do come in Technicolor. They do. They are hilarious performers. They they love a great performance. They are fun. They are so memorable. But I will tell you, they also have a dizzying or dazzling independence about them. And so they like to blaze their own trails and they don't always look back. They don't always consider how it's going to affect other people. You know, they might take I don't know, let's say you're an actress and you take a movie role with I don't know, a naked sex scene. And you forgot to ask your partner, hey, how would that make you feel if I did this naked sex scene? They don't think like that. They just said yes to the director. Yeah, of course. I want the opportunity. I want to do it. I love the part. I love the character. Oh, I forgot how my tell all memoir might affect my mother, my brother, my child, right? Oh, I forgot to consider anybody else. So they have this independence, especially around their creative pursuits or passions. And so they forget to tell you, they forget to talk to you, they forget to ask you, they forget to compromise, they forget that there's a second, they forget that they're in partnership. They absolutely free. But if you did that, holy moly guacamole, it would be terrible. So all their self-sufficiency, the CEO, the boss's boss, I run my world, I don't ask anybody for permission. I'm confident. I blaze these big trails, these big dazzling trails. It's all so inspiring. And you sometimes wish you could be just like that, but it can make you feel dispensable, sidelined, unimportant, not seen, not heard. It can make you feel like you long for a place in their ever spinning, ever dazzling, razzle dazzle tap dance of a life. And it's like, where's my part? So their dazzling independence, their fierce drive in chasing their dreams and their visions, their glorious self-sufficiency can really leave you feeling left in the dust in the wind, just like that song. Who sang that song? Dust in the Wind. Huh? Somebody tell me who sang that song. I don't have time right now to chat GBT to Google search. So the independence is both inspiring and it's intimidating, and it can make you feel really, really alone. And they don't want to just lead the parade. They want to design the costumes and they want to set the route and they want you to follow. They can be quite scolding. There's a part of them that can stand in the CEO, the royalty, and demand that you take orders. And they can cut you to the quick when you fail the mission. Meredith, you didn't do it right. I told you to stand up for yourself. Like I told you to take that, to stand to the left, and you didn't do it right. So they don't even mean it as derogatory as they can come across. It's that they had the perfect artistic, creative, razzle dazzle me vision in their head, and you didn't play your part the way I had it designed, the way that I wanted it produced, the way that I had it directed. And they can snap and they can cut you to the quick. Like if you get scolded by a fabulous Leo, it stings so bad. You feel literally annihilated to ash, and you feel like an idiot and you feel like a damn fool. You really do, because they're so grand and they're so up. It's like having your idol reprimand you. It hurts so bad to be scolded by a powerful, beautiful, magical, royal, regal queen or king. It's awful. And if you're in partnership with that, you start like not even wanting to be in their play, not even wanting to participate in their dance, not even wanting to be in their world. I don't want to go to dinner. I don't want to go to dinner. I'm going to definitely not say the right thing to these people. Honey, you just go. You'll do it perfectly. They don't like that. They want you to go and handle it. Go with me, sit at the fancy, fabulous dinner where I'm going to broker a great deal for us and be a part of the winning formula. Don't just stay at home. You want me to go out there as if I'm single when I'm in partnership with you? No, no, no. Come on, add value, be a value add. And you're like, no, I'm going to royally fuck this up. Has anybody experienced this? So they stop participating in all your glory because they don't want to be the grip. They don't want to be the servant. They're not positive they can do it the way in which your grandiose plan wants them to. And they don't want to show up and shut up, right? They got feelings too. They have ideas too. But you're so set in your own vision that you forget to stand in a partnership. You forget that the other person has an authentic self inside too that wants to be curated, nurtured, and fostered and seen and just seen. You just don't want to clip their wings. And you're afraid if you do the wrong thing, it could mess things up and clip their wings. They don't want their wings clipped either. They want you to be able to handle the heat, handle the jalapeno fire. Yes, the habanero, the ghost pepper fire. Handle it. Right? Are you exhausted yet? I mean, I'm not even doing this life and just doing the video of this life, and it is exhausting. Yes, you, my sweet friend, involved with the Leo, if you're in the madness, it's probably not your fault. It's probably not your fault. Are you involved with a healthy or an unhealthy Leo? Are you involved with an immature Leo or a mature Leo? So you will see them rise up if you clip their wings, and you will see them just rage. But their autonomy, their independence is rooted in the desire to create their vision, to live out their passion, to shine, to leave a mark on the world that is unmistakably, uniquely their own. And they want that so bad. They thrive when they are given the space to pursue their passions and their projects, pouring all their energy into their endeavors and letting them stand out in a crowd. And a Leo in their full flight, like the banshees in the movie Avatar, is so it's just a sight to behold. It's radiant, it's unstoppable, it's blazing a trail and inviting you to bask in the afterglow of their magic. And also, I want to tell you that they might be independent, but the pain comes from you feel their detachment. And a Leo really wants you in the front row supporting them. They really want, you know, they they want you to be a part of their glorious support system. And so support their ambitions and celebrate their victories, and you will find a place in the center of their heart. So they really resent a world or people who try to dim their brilliance or take away their efforts or diminish their accolades. And that's when you will hear the lions roar. They can be loud. Even the shy ones can be loud if they needed to. And I'll tell you that they are very devoted to you, even in their independence, even in their autonomy. But it's very different than Taurus. Like, they will make it very clear that they are not to be in your command. It's very difficult to find a subservient Leo. So they might let you go off and do your thing, but they will not always be subservient to you, especially if you've been doing decades with this Leo. So it's a balancing act between intense devotion and fierce autonomy. And it can be confusing to the partner, to you, the person who's involved with the Leo. But that's part of the magic, and that's part of the challenge of loving a Leo. So I'm going to tell you, when a Leo's love fades, you will feel it. And they kind of need drama. And if there's not enough stimulation in the house, they will create the drama. And that drama is what kind of sometimes makes them want to stay. Like, they feed on drama. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So oftentimes Leos are very attracted to shit shows. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Shit shows in partners. And I'm sure that's not you, because you are part of the more enlightened souls that are listening to this channel. I have to tell you, I love the people who watch my videos. I love the comments, like 99.99999% of the time. There's kindness, there's love, there's depth, there's understanding inside this community. It is such a gorgeous community. And I really cannot recommend enough that you come and study with me in person. I do 2 3-day workshops a year. It is so exhilarating. It is so transformational. And my next workshop is going to be the third week in May. I think it's the 15th of May, around there. The third week in May, 2026, right here on the Seattle waterfront. And I'll be posting about it. So when you subscribe, ring the little bell so you get the notification, because I always put what I'm doing next inside the community tab on this YouTube page. You could also follow me on Instagram, but I do a better job on my YouTube page. Anyways, come learn with me in person the third week in May. Mark your calendar, save the date. I only have room for 55 people. So, and it has sold out the last 3 years. And by the time you see this video, I might even have those tickets on sale in my shop at shopsoulnavigation.com. So go check it out. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Anyways, I digress. So when a Leo's love fades, it really, you'll feel it. And they usually end their relationships with high drama and serious finality. And it is hard to get your Leo back. A lot of signs do go back, but Leos, they have a hard time. Like they take their grand exit, just like they take their grand entrance. They exit, as they have lived their whole life boldly and leaving you in silence that echoes with their laughter and their golden promises. And believe me, you will be missing the adventure, and they will probably leave in a way that will make you never want to forget them. It will be very difficult to forget your Leo. And there will be plenty of good times with your Leo. There will probably be hard times, but there will be so many good times that even if they do leave you, you will have these memories of these like succulently juicy, wonderful, fabulous, brilliant, like gorgeous good times. And it can be painful when they are like they've left you in the wind. So they don't let the fire or the flames linger. Like when they're done, they're done. Remember, they're a fixed sign. So loving a Leo is an experience of golden days and starry, starry nights. And I will also say, though, that their flame can be fierce. Do not get too close to it if you cannot manage the dance of the flame. And if you dare to love the lion, I want you to be prepared for both the glory and the scars that come from loving someone who lives so close to the sun. That is my Leo video, the pain and the pitfalls of falling madly in love with your Leo. I hope so much you're liking this series. I hope you like this video, and I hope you will become a subscriber. Consider joining the channel. It's only 10 cents a day, and it helps me do more content for you. It really does. I cannot do my YouTube videos if I don't have members. So please consider, if you like this work, if you get a lot out of it, and if you feel like my work has touched you in some way, I would love for you to become a member, and you'll get a little emoji next to your name along with a bunch of other benefits. All right, my friends, wherever you are at in the world, I hope you are wonderful. From my house in Seattle, I'm wishing you the very, very best. Take good care, and take good care of your Leo heart.